Good morning students. Once again welcome back to computer science class. Today here I am going to explain you about a new topic called control statements. Okay, what control statements and how to use that control statements in C programming. Okay, that we'll discuss. Okay, these are the control statement topic today. See here I am writing a simple program in C as include stdio.h. Next void main int a equals to 10, b equals to 20, c equals to a plus b. Printf percentile b a, I am printing a value. Next I am printing b value percentile d. Next printf percentile d c value. Example. This is a simple program to print all the variables. Okay, and in C programming, how statements will be executed is in the order which you have written, in the same order the statement will be executed. Means here the program execution will be start from here. After that, what is the next one here? Variable initialization. Next, this line will be executed. After this line will be executed. After this line will be executed. Means the same sequence, the statements will be executed. Okay, and when this process is okay, when conditions are not involved. I means when you want to perform any actions, when you don't want to perform any actions, and when you don't want to do any repetitive work. In that cases, this type of sequences is okay. Okay, understood? Here, if you don't want to implement any conditions, if you don't want to execute any type of repetitive work, then this type of program sequence execution is over. But in real time cases, example, if you want to implement any conditions and if you want to repeat a group of statements number of times, this type of execution is not sufficient. It means you need to change this type of execution. Okay, so in C programming, if you want to implement any conditions, means if you want to execute any statement based on the conditions, then if you want to repeat a block of statements, then it is possible by using a control statements. Okay, here only one point is that in C programming, actually how statements will be executed. The statements will be executed in order which you have written, But if you want to change the order of execution based on any condition, then we'll take the help of control statements. Okay, so control statements helps the user, helps the programmer to implement certain conditions or to execute a group of statements repeatedly. Then means you can increase the performance of the program using the control statements. Okay, so what is the use of the control statement? Control statements helps the programmer to implement conditions in the program. Okay, means based on that conditions only a program will be executed, and it helps the programmer to repeat a block of statements number of times until the given conditions false. Okay, understood control statements? What is the use of the control statement? Using the control statements, a programmer can implement different types of conditions in the program, and he can execute the same code number of times. That is the use of the control statement in C programming. See, this program also you can write by using implementing a condition. See here, a equals to 10, b equals to 20, c equals to a plus. So, means first program execution start from this line, first line, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. This is the sequence of program execution. Suppose if you want to change the sequence of program execution, example, I don't want to print all the values, I want to print only one value which is biggest among two variables. Here a value is there, b value is there. I don't want to print these two variables. I want to print only one variable which is having a big value. Okay, so there we can implement a condition. Yes or no? You see here, if you want to implement, if you want to print only one variable value which is big, then what you have to do? You have to give a condition. You need to compare the variables. So if you want to compare the variables, then in C programming we use control statements like if A greater than B. Here I am giving a condition. This is called as a relation expression. We are comparing, and this is called as a decision making statement. Decision making. So here in this program we are not printing two values. I am printing only one value. Printf percentage A, else printf percentage B. Means if this condition is true, if A value is greater than B, A is printed, else B is printed. Okay, means here two statements, two variable value I am not printing. Only one variable value I am printing, and which is biggest I am checking. So that is called as a control statement. Okay, so as already explained, control statements helps the programmer to implement the conditions in the program. Here it is called as a control statement. Control statement. So here the program execution sequence will change. First, second, third as it is. Fourth one is this. Based on this condition, either this or this. Okay, means if the condition is true, this will be printed. If the condition is false, this will be printed. Means based on the given conditions, the statement will be executed. Okay, so these are called as a control statements. So I hope you all understood control statement. Control statement helps the programmer to implement conditions, and based on the condition result, some statements will be executed and some statements will be skipped. Clear? So how many control statements the C programming support? How many repetitive statements the C programming support? That we'll discuss today. Okay? Now, control statements. Control statements. Control statement. Control statements are of two types. Conditional statement, conditional, or it is called as a decision making statement. Decision making. Here it is iterative statement. Iterative statements. It is also called as a or loops. Repetitive. Okay. In exam they may ask question like this, decision making, or they may ask control statement, conditional statement, or they may ask iterative or loops or repetitive statements. Means if it is a conditional statements, means a condition and decision is the same. Here iterative and loops same. But if they'll ask the question like in detail explain the control statements, then you need to explain conditional statements and iterative statements. Understood? In the exam if they will ask you like this, control statements. Control statements is divided into two categories. One is a conditional and the second one is iterative. Okay, they may change the question, like instead of a conditional statement they may ask like what are the decision making statements, or here instead of iterative statement they may ask repetitive statements, loops. Okay, they may change the question, but the thing is same. Here it is a conditional statements and there are iterative statements. Understood? And here in each category you can expect in essay. Okay, if maximum they won't give a short. Each category not together. Each category you can expect an essay question. Okay, and one more point I want to tell you is from this two, 101% you will get one question in the exam. There is no doubt. Without control statements, there is no question paper for C programming. Clear? So it is very important. Now we will discuss about conditional statement. You take screenshot of this. Control statements are of two types here. One is a conditional statement, and the second one is iterative statements. Now, we'll discuss about conditional statements. Conditional statements. So when you are writing a program, okay, if you want to implement so many conditions, okay, in the as already explained in the previous program, if A greater than B, like that, if you have 3 variables, 4 variables, then you need to implement more number of conditions. So if you want to implement a condition and if you want to execute a statements based on that condition result, then we will take the help of a conditional statements. Okay, so when you are writing a program in real-time applications also, you may have to include a n number of conditions. So if you want to implement the conditions, then we will take the help of a conditional statement only, and this conditional statements also called as a selection statements. Okay, understood? Selection statements, conditional statements. What is the use of this conditional statement? Here we are not discussing about the repetitive statement. When we will get that category, I will explain. So conditional statement means if you want to implement any condition in the program, you can implement one condition, 2 conditions, you can implement 3, 4, based on the requirement of the programmer. He can implement n number of conditions. If you are including condition in the program, this is nothing but conditional statement, selection statement, decision making statements. Okay, and there are number of conditional statements. See, first one is conditional statement if switch. In if also simple if else, next nested if else. Okay, we write this. Okay, conditional statements are of 2 types. Again, if, switch. Again, if is divided into 3 categories. One is a simple if, the next one is if else, third one is a nested if else. Okay, we take screenshot of this. Now I will explain if statement. Okay. Now we'll discuss about if. It is also called as a simple if. Simple if statement. See, first thing it is a two-way decision making statement. Two-way means when you implement this, you will get 2 results, either true or false. So that is why it is called as a two-way decision making statement. Here I am giving a syntax. Syntax if condition. If condition is true, true block. That's it. Next here the statement X example. This is a syntax. So actually what it is if the given condition is true, if the given condition is true, whatever you have written in this block, that will be executed. If the given condition is false, this block will be skipped and the statements immediately after the true block will be executed. This is a simple if. Okay, you write the syntax if the given condition is true, the true block will be executed. The true block means in this block whatever statements you have written, it may be your name, it may be your class, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. If the condition is true, this block will be executed. If the given condition is false, the statements which are immediately following the true block, that will be executed. Okay, now you take screenshot of this. I will give you the flow chart, otherwise here I will give. See, this is an entry point. Already I have explained the flow chart. Entry. Now this is a symbol to give a condition. So here I am giving a condition. I said, as already said, the decision if statement is a two-way decision making statement. One is a true and the second one is a false. Then you have to think, if it is a true, what will happen? If it is a false, what will happen? If it is a true, then what happened? True block will be executed. In the true block, whatever statements you have written, that will be executed. If it is false, then statement X. Here I am given statement X, this one. Okay, like this. You write this. You take a screenshot of this. Now here I'll explain same thing with the example program. Okay, you see. Ash, can you see this? Okay, Ash include stdio message. It is a header file. Next, I am writing a main function, void main. Enter a equals to 10. One variable I have initialized. Now I want to check that a value is greater than 15 or not. If it is 15, I want to print. If it is less than 15, I don't want to print. Okay. So, or you can take a 5, 15, your wish, your condition. If a value, see syntax is matching or not. See here. If a value is greater than 5, example, condition is your wish. It is a relational expression. Here we'll use a relational operator. Here it is a relational operator. Okay. So in a decision making statement, maximum we'll use a relational operator. So this relational operator is evaluated. Based on the result of the relational operator, the statements will be executed. If a greater than 5, I want to print a percentile. I am printing an integer, so I am giving a percentile d, comma a. Else, I don't want to print. I think it is not visible. If it is less than 5, I don't want to print anything. That's it. This is the opening and closing, and this is the opening and closing. This basis should be match. Okay. If a equals to 10, if this a value is equals to 10, I am checking condition here. What is a value? 10. 10 greater than 5. If the given condition is true, then that a value will be printed. If the a value is less than 5, I don't want to print anything. Just I am skipping the statement. If you want to write, you write after this block. If you don't want to write, you no need to write your wish. Here the condition is first a value is initialized, and whatever a value is there, that is compared with the 5. If the given condition is true, this true block will be executed. Here, if you write your name also, that will be printed. It doesn't matter what you are writing inside the true block. Whatever statements are there in the true block, that will be executed. Okay, if the given condition is true. So that block will be executed. After executing that block, control comes to the end of the program. Okay, if this condition is false, nothing will be printed because I have not given the else part. Okay, you take means in the exam, you need to write what is this, the if statement, and what is the syntax of that if statement, what is the flow chart. Just know before this what I have given, that is a flow chart, and this is example program. Clear? You take it. You take screenshot of this. Now we'll discuss about the next one, if else. The next one is if else. Okay, it is an extension of simple if statement. Actually, what is the else? Is nothing but the false block. Okay. So in the previous syntax, I have explained only the true block. But if the condition is false, then what happened? That information, if the condition is false, what should be executed, that will write in the false block. That is nothing but the else part. So that is why this if else is called as a extension of the simple if. So here you can see the syntax. If condition, if the condition is true, true block. If the condition is false, that is called as a else. If it is not true, else. Then false block. False block. That's it. Okay. If the condition is true, the true block will be executed. If the condition is false, the false block will be executed. For this, I will give you the flow chart. Again, entry, condition. As I already said, it is a two-way decision making statement. If it is a true, what happened? If it is a false. If it is a true, then what happened? The true block will be executed. True block. If it is a false, false block will be executed. In that block, what you have written, it doesn't matter. Next, stop. Okay. Is it true? True block will be executed. After it is the true block, stops. Next, if the condition is true, true block will be executed. Stop. If the condition is false, false block will be executed. We stop the means that block will stop. This is a flow chart. This already I have explained once you go through the flow charts. It's very easy. Symbols you need to remember. Now, same example program will write. You take screenshot of this. See. As include standard input and output enter file, main function, void, main. Here again I am giving enter a equals to 10. Same I am giving. Now what is a value? 10. Now I am giving a condition if a greater than 5. If a greater than 5. See, you can see the condition. If the condition is true, I want to print a value. Print that versatility a. Else, what you want to print? Print that. What I want to print is a is less than 5 message I want to print. A is less than 5. That's it. And close the main function. This is the main function. Right. Okay. You can compare this. Condition, true block. Else, false block. So block is nothing but statements. Okay, what statement you are printing? You are printing a number, you are printing a string, what you are printing, it doesn't matter. What matters there, that block will be executed. Okay, so if the condition is true, the true block will be executed. If the condition is false, false block will be executed. Clear? So here, same, a equals to 10. In the same sequence, the program is not executed. A equals to 10, condition is true, only this block will be executed and this block will be split. Okay, but basically without the decision making statements, in the same sequence the program will be executed. Here what happened, based on the condition result, the statement will be executed. If this relation expression is giving a true value, then this block will be executed. If this is giving a false value, this block will be executed. So based on the condition result, the block will be executed if you are implementing a control statement in a programming. Okay, so this is about if else. In the next class, we will discuss about nested if else.